I spy with my little eye the die ULI. My name's Greg, you're watching How to Play Paintball. So first and foremost, before we get into the barrel kit, thank you so much to punisherspb.com for sponsoring this video. Please be sure to go and check them out. Any deals you guys need, check out punisherspb.com. As I've said before, they do have a used section, so they're gonna make sure that you get the best products possible at a price that's affordable for you. So thanks again to punisherspb.com for sponsoring this. So Dye was actually nice enough to send out a ULI. Now, I didn't get the full kit. I got 3 inserts and then the front and back, obviously. But there's a lot of really cool things with this. So I just wanted to go through, do kind of an overview. I'm actually gonna go out, show you guys the sound difference. So I have the ULS with the UL front on my DSR Plus. That's what I've been using for half the season now. And then now I've been using this recently. Legitimately, I do like this. Just, I guess that's kind of a spoiler, but I actually do like this barrel kit. There's a lot of really cool things that they put into this. And yeah, so without further ado, let's just jump right into it. So the actual kit itself, so of course you have the front and the back, and then you have your inserts. Now this is the boom box. This is something that you can buy separately. When you're actually looking at the barrel, something that you're gonna notice is the back section is a lot smaller. So the reason for this is that when you go ahead to take your insert and slide it in, it's gonna finish up that last portion there. So this is the part that actually goes inside of your marker, and then you have your threads there. So it's auto cocker threaded. Don't just use this part. Please don't just screw this on. So just make sure that you have whatever insert it is that you want. Now I have a video previously on how to size out your paint. The reason why you want to do this is, one, it helps with efficiency, and also when you have that, that better bore selection to your actual paint, it's gonna make your paint shoot a lot straighter. So you're not gonna have so much of a spread. It's gonna be a lot tighter. And I can say, and I'll show you guys in a little bit, this shoots great. This is based off of the PWR system, the power system. So if you really wanted to know all about the different everything, there's a whole bunch of stuff that's laser engraved on there. But what I really like is that back section. It's all engraved in there. It's gonna tell me exactly what size bore it is that I have. So for my kit, I have a 680. So if it's really, really small, some of the tournament stuff can get really, really tiny. 684 and a 688. The more inserts you have, the better that you're gonna be able to go ahead and match that paint to your barrel, which again is gonna make your marker more efficient and make it where your shot is gonna be even more on point. Something else that I really like with this is the fact that, one, it's an 8.5 inch control board. That way the ball is gonna be able to have a lot more control. Go figure, it's the control bore. So that way it's gonna shoot a lot straighter, just helps it as it's kind of traveling down the barrel. The really great thing with this, and other insert systems don't have this, is that this little stopper here, sometimes if you take a really bad dive, you need to unscrew the tip, and because you have a whole core sample in here of dirt and just gunk, whatever, you still need to play, right? Come tournament time, you want to make sure that you're putting in everything that you can. Sometimes bad stuff happens. What I really like with this is the fact that it can't shoot out. This is going to stay in there. Something else that you're going to notice is the porting system is different on the front. So you have a couple holes way back here, where so you have the insert coming up to, and then the porting system along through here is different. It's also shaved down. You know, the usual UL is a little bit thicker for the tip of the barrel, and then it goes down. So speaking of the porting system, let me go ahead, we're gonna go out to the field. I just want you to be able to hear the shooting comparison and also the accuracy comparison. I'm gonna use the same bore for my ULS and the same for the PWR system for the ULI. I is just insert, by the way. So this system I'm gonna put in, Everything's shooting exactly the same. I'm not gonna adjust anything. I'm actually gonna make it where I don't cut the shot. So you're gonna see me switch out the barrel. I don't want there to be any sort of Greg doctored the footage or anything like that. So this way you guys can see the difference. So let's go out. The UL, this is a closed field right now. It's a safe field, so that's why I don't have my mask on. But I'm gonna go ahead and chrono real quick so you guys can see what I'm shooting at. So this is the ULS. So 283, 302, little spike there, 300, okay? So this way you guys can kind of see or hear the sound difference. All right, now, like I said earlier, I'm gonna unscrew it in front of you. We're gonna see if there's any jump or anything as well. These are both 8.4 inserts. Now I have the new ULI. Let's see, 287, 300, so about the same. You guys can tell me what you think down in the comments down below. The whole system itself does have a different sound signature. I personally like how it shoots. The other thing too that I think is really interesting is the tolerances that they have here. So when you look on the actual engraving, the tolerance diameter, the internal tolerance is 0.001 inches, so plus or minus 0.001 inches. So there's not going to be a whole lot of a difference. They make sure that it is nice and polished, so hopefully you can see through there. It is spot on, just a mirror inside there. The thing that's going to separate the ULI from other barrels, and just something to keep in mind, is the way that they designed it is that they all come together to line up perfectly. So the way that, sorry for the squeaking. So the way that everything sits inside of each piece is going to make it so that way you get that nice ring. Hopefully I can get that on the camera there. So you get a nice ring inside there to make sure that it is just perfect. You don't want it to be that anything is offset a little bit, because then it's going to mess up your shot, especially if you need to change halfway through a game. Maybe you realize that you're blowing up paint, you need to go to a larger bore size. Well, you don't want it to be that it's offset a little bit and now you go to lane and your shot is off. It's just gonna mess things up. So that's a really cool thing that Dye put into this. Okay, Greg, so what's the difference between this and just like a regular two-piece barrel? Something I really like with having an insert system is the fact that, like I had mentioned, if maybe halfway through a match I'm seeing, oh, I need to go and change my bore out because I keep blowing up paint. Maybe it's a little bit colder, or the paint has swelled a little bit because it's a little bit warmer in the day. There's different factors that can happen there. What I like with the ULI insert system is the fact that I don't have to unscrew everything. I just take the barrel off, take this out, go ahead and put the new one in, screw it back in my gun, and I'm ready to go. Whereas other systems where it's just the back is gonna be that you have to unscrew the front from the back from the marker, take the new back, screw it onto the tip, screw that onto the marker. It's just taking out a couple steps, which if you guys have played X-Ball, you know that there's gonna be a difference. Like those couple seconds can make a difference. So it just makes things a little bit easier for that. Ultimately, I like it. This isn't because Dye pays me to do this. I'm not paid by Dye. This is not something, they were just nice enough to send this out. So check it out. Tell me what you think down in the comments down below. And thank you again to punisherspb.com for sponsoring this video. Be sure to go over to punisherspb.com and find your best deals on all your paintball gear. Again, they have a great used selection. I understand paintball's expensive. Just go and you can go there, find some great deals on used gear, and save some money. So thank you again. And as always, remember, watch, learn, win. Thanks.